Alright, so this is Introduction to UVs, Part 2, and we're going to continue working on this Minion character. It's a paper toy and that I downloaded from the internet. And what we need now is we need an arm. So let's go in here and let's create a cube. Alright, and we're just going to model it first. Something simple like this. Alright, maybe something like that. Now, it doesn't have the texture, so I gotta bring it over. And this one is a little different because now I need to add in this little bit of a shoulder here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of modeling. I'm gonna go to my modeling toolkit and I'll go multi-cut and I'll cut it here. Just return, face, go here, maybe extrude that out a bit. Local Z, something like that. Press enter. So now I have the model. But the thing is my UVs that I have here didn't capture what's happening here. If I go and select these guys right here, it looks like this square. But it's not going to work. I'm not going to be able to, I have to do a lot of work to be able to pull a square out of this one face right here. I could do it manually one by one, or I can use a program that's better than Maya for creating UVs. And that program is called Hedis UV Layout. Luckily, we can download it for free from the internet, the demo, if you're a student. If you are a professional, it's good to actually buy it. And I downloaded the Mac version here already, and I installed it. And it gives you about 60 days to test it out. So I'm going to go to Hedis UV Layout. It's right here. And it's going to start up. And this is the Hedis UV Layout. Now, the website itself actually has galleries, or has videos that teach you how to use this. It has tutorials right here. So it's got some heads, different kinds of tutorials that you can use. So if you want to learn more about this program, you can. It's a pretty simple program. Now, because it's not an Autodesk product, it won't take a Maya file. So I need to do something. I need to go to Window, Setting, Preferences, Plugin Manager. And I need to turn on OBJ, which is like Object Export, right here. Load it up. It might automatically be loaded. Mine is already loaded, but if yours is not loaded, just make sure it is. And then click on it and then close it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this. Alright, and I'm going to, normally it's going to be a Maya binary. I'm going to move that to OBJ export. Now this file format is a file format that you can use between lots of different 3D programs. You can even import OBJ into After Effects. You can do it in 3D Studio Max. You can import them into Photoshop if you have the right plugins. It's kind of like a universal. It's like a text file for 3D. And I'm going to call this marm. Alright, marm as obj, save. So that's just exporting this one object out. Go back to UV layout and I'm going to load that up. And that's in my scenes folder. marm.obj, load it up. Okay, and here it is. So first is the navigation in UV layout. You don't need to push any buttons to navigate, meaning you don't have to push Alt. In Maya, you have to press Alt or Option, and then you have to press left, right, or middle mouse. In this case, I can middle mouse drag this and I pan, right mouse is zoom, and left mouse is rotate. What I'm doing is I'm looking at this in what we call editing mode. And just like we were saying with the t-shirt, let's go back to the t-shirt. What do? We cut out the patterns. We cut out the patterns and we're going to sew them together. So in this case, in UV layout, we're going to be cutting the patterns out. So I might want to use this as a reference. Basically, I have this object right here. So this object is equal to this thing right here. And then I have this line. This face right here would be this one. This face right here is going to be this one. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over an edge and I'm going to press C. I'm going to cut this line and these lines right here. So C, C, and C. Now, that's good. It cut right here, it's cutting right here, it's cutting right here. But sometimes it goes all the way around and I don't want to cut this. These are all together. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to press delete. And I roll over with my mouse by holding down delete. And I press W here, weld, delete and weld. Weld will do the entire line, the entire edge loop, and delete will just do one at a time. And I don't want it cut here, so I'm going to delete here also. So that's good. Now I've cut out this part right here. I also need to cut this one. Hasn't gone around. So I'm this cut right here, this cut, and this cut. Like that. Alright. Now I'll need to cut right here and along here. So C, 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 and C. Now maybe this is just a little bit much, but I'll go delete, delete, and I'll press return. Pressing return actually says I'm going to do the cut. I'm going to make the cut here. So I've cut all of these. Still missing a cut along this part. So I'm going to go in here, C, C. Again, delete over this one, weld here, return. Okay, so I think this is pretty much cut out like this. So I'm gonna, now I need to drop this from editing space to UV space. So the way UV layout works is it's where your cursor is. So I'm gonna press the letter D, drop. D for drop. Now it's a bit strange. I'm just gonna, there's a bug when in Mac I press 3D and I press UV and now it's kind of where I want it to be. Now it's not laid out yet. So I need to press, while I'm over it, Shift F. And what this does, I press spacebar, is this will automatically unwrap my UVs. Now you'll notice that this is not straight. So I can press the spacebar and rotate this by using my left mouse, pan it using my middle mouse, and scale it using my right click right here. Alright, so let's go in here, and now I'm keeping it within the UV space so that it's within this square right here. Okay, so what I do now is I save it. I can say marm, save done, dismiss. Alright, let's see what happens. I don't need this guy anymore because I'm going to import it in. Import it in. I'm going to import the OBJ in. So marm OBJ right here, import, and it shows up here. And you'll notice that it brings along a texture. I actually don't want that texture. So I'll go here, I'm going to select it and delete it. And I'm going to bring this guy on, and I'm just going to use one texture. Alright, so shell, and let's move it over here. And you'll see that it's not really aligned right now. I need to get this right here to be there. I need to align it and rotate it 90 degrees. Alright. And flip it horizontally, because if you see here, this thing is like this. Joop, joop. So I need to flip it horizontally. So better, but this face right here needs to be up there. So let's flip it one more time vertically. There we go. So I can just scale this up, and it's pretty close, man. Maybe just need to pull it in a bit. You see here, because we did our cuts well, it's pretty darn close. Might want to just go in there, kind of touch up a little bit, UV, bring this in a bit, bring this down just a smidgen. Okay, there we go. And then if we look here, everything's aligned. Alright, maybe I need to fix it a little bit. These ones need to go up a bit more. These could go down just a smidgen. I actually want that line a little bit, so I'm going to go here, push this one up just a bit, push this back a bit, and then look at it again, shell. Object mode, there we go. And if I want to just duplicate it, I can just do -1. And there we go. We have the minion, and we used UV layout. Save. Alright. So this is just an introduction to UVs. Very, very basic. We can get into more complicated things later.